What if I told you there's a place in Australia where you can rent a 3-bedroom house for less than what most people pay for a studio apartment in Sydney? And it's not in the middle of nowhere. It has universities, job opportunities, and some of the friendliest communities you'll ever find. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to reveal 10 affordable Australian locations that will completely change how you think about living down under. But here's the crazy part: number 3 on this list actually pays you to move there. Stick around because what I'm about to show you at number 1 will blow your mind. Before we dive in, if you're planning to move to Australia or know someone who is, smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back to the channel. Over the past 3 years, I've traveled to over 50 Australian towns and cities, lived in 8 different states, and helped hundreds of people find their perfect affordable home in Australia. Whether you're a student looking for cheap rent near universities, a professional seeking job opportunities without the big city price tag, or planning your retirement where your money goes further, this video is for you. Now, I know what you're thinking: affordable and Australia don't usually go together. But trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a completely different perspective. And make sure you watch until the end because I'm sharing my secret resource that most people don't know about. We're counting down from 10 to 1, based on 3 key factors: cost of living, opportunities for work or study, and quality of life. Each location offers something unique, and I guarantee at least one of these will surprise you. Let me know in the comments which one catches your attention the most. Number 10. Wagga Wagga, New South Wales. Starting at number 10, we have Wagga Wagga in New South Wales. Now, before you laugh at the name, and yes, locals just call it Wagga, this city of 65,000 people is seriously underrated. The median rent for a 3-bedroom house is just $380 per week. That's less than half what you'd pay in Sydney. Plus, it's home to Charles Sturt University, making it perfect for students. The job market is surprisingly strong with opportunities in healthcare, education, and agriculture. I met Sarah, a 28-year-old teacher who moved here from Melbourne. She went from paying $450 a week for a tiny apartment to owning a 4-bedroom house with a pool for $320 per week in rent. She told me, "I actually have money left over to travel now." But Wagga is just the beginning. Wait until you see what's coming up at number 7. Number 9. Orange, New South Wales. Number 9 is Orange, New South Wales, and no, it's not named after the fruit, but after Prince William of Orange. This city has something magical that draws people in. Here's what makes Orange special. With a population of 40,000, Orange offers small city charm with big city amenities. Rent for a 2-bedroom apartment averages $300 per week, while a 3-bedroom house is around $350. It's just 3.5 hours from Sydney, making it perfect for weekend getaways. Orange is famous for its wine region, cool climate, and Charles Sturt University campus. The unemployment rate is below the national average, with strong opportunities in healthcare, education, and viticulture. Drop a comment if you've ever visited Orange. I want to know your experience. But here's something that will surprise you about our next location. Number 8. Bendigo, Victoria. Visual. Historic Bendigo architecture and modern amenities. At number 8, we have Bendigo, Victoria, a city that perfectly balances history with modern living. This former gold rush town has reinvented itself as an affordable hub that's attracting young professionals and families. Check this out: Bendigo's median rent for a 3-bedroom house is just $350 per week, while the median house price is $450,000. Compare that to Melbourne's $2,200 per week rent. Home to La Trobe University's Bendigo campus and only 150 kilometers from Melbourne, it offers the perfect blend of education opportunities and career prospects. The healthcare sector is booming here, with Bendigo Hospital being one of the largest employers. I interviewed Mark, a 35-year-old IT professional who works remotely. He said, "I traded my $600 per week Melbourne apartment for a 4-bedroom house with a garden in Bendigo. My quality of life has improved dramatically." But if you think Bendigo is affordable, wait until you hear about number 5. It's going to change everything you thought you knew about Australian living costs. Number 7. Launceston, Tasmania. Number 7 takes us to Tasmania Launceston, or Lani, as locals call it. This is Australia's third oldest city, and it's having a moment. Here's what shocked me about Launceston. The median rent for a 2-bedroom apartment is just $280 per week. Yes, you heard that right, $280. A 3-bedroom house averages $320 per week. But here's the kicker: Tasmania offers some of the best quality of life in Australia. The University of Tasmania has a campus here, and the job market is growing, especially in healthcare, tourism, and advanced manufacturing. Plus, you're surrounded by some of Australia's most pristine wilderness. Imagine finishing work and being at world-class hiking trails or pristine beaches within 30 minutes. That's the Tasmania lifestyle. If you're loving these hidden gems, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. I share secrets like these every week. But Tasmania isn't the only place offering this lifestyle. Our next location actually has a program that pays you to move there. Number 6. Geelong, Victoria. At number 6, we have Geelong, Victoria, a city that's undergone one of Australia's most impressive transformations. Once known only for manufacturing, it's now a thriving hub for education, healthcare, and technology. Located just an hour from Melbourne, Geelong offers big city opportunities with regional prices. Median rent for a 3-bedroom house is $380 per week, while you can buy for around $500,000. Deakin University's main campus is here, making it perfect for students. The job market is diverse, from healthcare at University Hospital Geelong to tech jobs at the growing Innovation Precinct. But here's what makes Geelong special: you're living on the bay with beaches, yet you can be in Melbourne's CBD in an hour by train. It's like having the best of both worlds. I spent a week here interviewing residents. Emma, a 26-year-old nurse, told me, "I earn the same salary as my Melbourne friends but live in a 2-bedroom apartment overlooking the water for $320 per week. They're paying $500 for a shoebox." Geelong is impressive, but our next location offers something I've never seen anywhere else in Australia. Number 5. Ballarat, Victoria. Number 5 is Ballarat, Victoria, and this place has a secret that most Australians don't know about. This former gold rush city is now a gold mine for affordable living. Here's what blew my mind about Ballarat. Not only is the median rent just $330 per week for a 3-bedroom house, but the Victorian government actually offers relocation incentives for certain skilled workers to move to regional areas like Ballarat. Federation University has a major campus here, and the city is only 90 minutes from Melbourne by train. The job market is surprisingly robust: healthcare, education, manufacturing, and a growing tech sector. Walking through Ballarat's historic streets, you'll see beautifully preserved Victorian architecture, but step inside and you'll find modern amenities and high-speed internet. It's like living in a postcard. The unemployment rate here is consistently below the national average, and the city has invested heavily in infrastructure. The new regional rail link makes commuting to Melbourne easier than ever. Comment below if you've heard of Ballarat before this video. I'm curious how many people know about this gem. But if you think government incentives are good, wait until you see what number 3 offers. They literally pay you to move there, and the amount will shock you. Number 4. Armidale, New South Wales. At number 4, we're heading to Armidale, NSW, a city that punches well above its weight. Home to the University of New England, this is where education meets affordability. Brace yourself for these numbers. Median rent for a 3-bedroom house is just $280 per week. That's less than what most people spend on groceries. For students, you can find shared accommodation for under $150 per week. But Armidale isn't just cheap, it's strategic. The city sits at the crossroads of major highways, making it accessible, yet removed enough to maintain that small-town charm. The population is around 25,000, so you actually get to know your community. UNE is one of Australia's leading universities, especially for distance education and research. If you're studying or considering further education, Armidale offers world-class facilities without the crushing living costs. Here's a bonus: Armidale sits at high elevation, so while the rest of Australia swelters in summer, you're enjoying cool, comfortable temperatures. Imagine not having massive air conditioning bills. I met James, a PhD student who moved from Sydney. His rent dropped from $400 per week for a shared house to $180 per week for his own 2-bedroom apartment. He said, "I can actually focus on my studies instead of worrying about rent." Armadale is incredible. But our top 3 are about to get really interesting. Number 3 has a program that sounds too good to be true. Number 3. Gladstone, Queensland. Number 3 is Gladstone, Queensland, and this is where things get really interesting. Gladstone isn't just affordable, they're actively recruiting people to move there. Here's the incredible part: Gladstone offers relocation packages worth up to $15,000 for skilled workers. Yes, they literally pay you to move there. Why? Because Gladstone is Queensland's industrial powerhouse. It's home to Australia's largest multi-commodity port, aluminum smelters, and a booming resources sector. The job opportunities are incredible, especially in mining, maritime, and advanced manufacturing. Despite the high-paying jobs, living costs are remarkably low. Median rent for a 3-bedroom house is $350 per week, and you can buy a quality home for under $400,000. But here's what surprised me most: Gladstone isn't just about industrial work. You're 30 minutes from some of Queensland's most beautiful beaches and the southern gateway to the Great Barrier Reef. I interviewed Lisa, a 32-year-old engineer who took the relocation package. She said, "Not only did they pay me to move here, but I'm earning 40% more than my Brisbane job while paying half the living costs. Plus, I'm 20 minutes from pristine beaches." If you think $15,000 to relocate is impressive, wait until you see our top 2. Number 2 has something I've never seen anywhere else in the world. Quick reminder: if this video is helping you plan your Australian move, hit that subscribe button and share it with anyone else who needs to see this. Number 2. Mount Gambier, South Australia. Number 2 is Mount Gambier, South Australia, and this place is absolutely mind-blowing. Sitting on an extinct volcano with the famous Blue Lake, it's one of Australia's most unique cities. Here's what makes Mount Gambier extraordinary: it's the only major city in Australia built inside a volcanic crater. The Blue Lake changes color throughout the year, creating one of the most spectacular natural phenomena you'll ever see. The numbers will floor you. Median rent for a 3-bedroom house is just $250 per week. Let me repeat that: $250 per week. That's less than most people spend on dining out. Mount Gambier is home to Federation University's Southwest campus, offering excellent educational opportunities. The city also has a thriving agricultural sector and growing tourism industry. But here's the secret: locals know Mount Gambier is strategically located. You're 90 minutes from Adelaide, 4.5 hours from Melbourne, and surrounded by some of Australia's best wine regions, including the Coonawarra. The lifestyle here is incredible. Clean air, no traffic jams, friendly community, and outdoor adventures right at your doorstep. Think crater lakes, limestone caves, and world-class diving in the nearby sinkholes. Mount Gambier is spectacular, but number 1 is going to completely change how you think about affordable Australian living. This place has qualities I've never seen combined anywhere else. Number 1. Dubbo, New South Wales. The number 1 most affordable place to live in Australia is Dubbo, New South Wales, and here's why: this place is absolutely perfect for anyone looking to relocate. Dubbo offers something magical: big city amenities at small town prices. With a population of 50,000, it's large enough to have everything you need but small enough to feel like home. The numbers speak for themselves. Median rent for a 3-bedroom house is $320 per week. Unemployment is below national average, and you can buy a beautiful family home for under $400,000. Dubbo is perfectly positioned in central NSW, 5 hours from Sydney, 6 hours from Brisbane. It's the unofficial capital of Western NSW with excellent healthcare, education, and employment opportunities. Home to both Charles Sturt University campus and excellent TAFE facilities. Plus, the regional study hub programs offer fantastic support for students. Dubbo has Australia's largest open-range zoo, world-class sporting facilities, and a cultural scene that rivals many capital cities. The Western Plains Cultural Centre hosts international acts. I interviewed the Martinez family who moved from Western Sydney. They said, "Our mortgage payments dropped by $800 per week, the kids have access to better schools, and we're living a lifestyle we never thought possible." There you have it: 10 incredible Australian locations where your money goes further and your quality of life improves dramatically. From Wagga Wagga's university charm to Dubbo's perfect balance, each offers unique opportunities for students, professionals, and retirees. Remember, affordable doesn't mean compromising on lifestyle. These places offer world-class amenities, job opportunities, and communities that welcome newcomers with open arms. Now, as promised, here's my secret resource. I've created a detailed guide with rental websites, job search platforms, and relocation checklists for each of these cities. The link is in the description below. Which location surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. If this video helped you discover your next home, smash that like button, subscribe for more Australian living secrets, and share this with anyone planning their Australian adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.